Good morning, student, and we are discussing the same chapter, chemical bonding. In last video, we have discussed about the Poisson-Lewis approaches and the formations of the covalent bond through the Lewis dot structure. Today we will discuss about the formal charge as well as the limitations of the octet rule. So, what is the formal charge in the chemical bonding? We are discussing this is chemical bonding and molecular structures. And molecular structure. So next one is this is formal charge. So what it means of the formal charge? Actually, just like in the polyatomic ions, just like in the carbonate CO3 2 minus, NH4 plus, you will see the charge present at the whole, not on the particular atom in the molecules. This is charge positive on the whole. It is not appear on the particular atom on which atom this anion and the cation is positive. So, but it is present at the particular atom in a molecule which is not appear in this polyatomic ions. So, the charge which is present in the atoms in polyatomic ions can be calculated or shown with the help of the formal charge. Charge is already present, but cannot shown in the polyatomic ion at a particular atoms in that. So, this charge which is present at the particular atom in a molecule's polyatomic ions, this is called the formal charge, which is already positive but cannot appear, but not appear on the particular atom in a polyatomic ion. Just like you will see NH4 plus, positive charge positive on the whole ammonium ion, but on which atom this positive charge is present? At nitrogen or hydrogen. Similarly, in case of carbonate, it is also examples of the polyatomic ions. The two negative charge positive at the 2 minus. So, on which atom this negative charge is positive? At carbon or the oxygen, it is not appear. So, this is the difference in the how do you calculate the formal charge. So, formal charge is the difference between formal charge is defined as formal charge on an atom in a molecule or ion is defined as the difference in the number of valence electron, difference between the number of valence electron in free state and the number of free state and the number of electron assigned on that atom in Lewis structure. This is called the formal charge. So formal charge is not appear at a particular atom in a molecule. The charge passes to whole of the ions, but the charge is present at atom. This can be explained or defined in this way. the formal charge on an atom in a molecules or ion is defined as the difference in the number of valence electron between valence electron in the free state or isolated state and the number of electron assigned on that atom in the Lewis structure. That difference is known as the formal charge. Is it clear? Formal charge on an atom in a molecule or ion is defined as the difference in the number of valence electron in the free state or isolated on that atom and the electron assigned on that atom in the Lewis structure is called the formal charge, and it can be calculated as formal charge on an atom. Formal charge is equal to calculated. Formal charge is equal to number of valence electron on atom in free state minus number of non-bonding electron or the lone pair of electron minus number of non-bonding electron. Non-bonding means lone pair of electron minus half into number of bonding electron. So this formula used for the calculations of formal charge on each atoms in the polyatomic molecules are the ion. Total number of bonding are the shared electron. You can say bonding electron are the shared electron. So formal charge can be shown by F is equal to number of valence electron V minus number of lone pair of electron. L means the lone pair of electron minus half into shared pair of electron. You can write here number of shared electron are the bonding electron. So this formula used to calculate the formal charge on atom in a molecules. Is it clear? For examples, just like calculate the formal charge on the ozone molecules. Calculate the formal charge on each oxygen atom in ozone molecules. Find formal charge on each oxygen atom in ozone molecules. Apparently, we will see there is no charge positive in the ozone at each oxygen atom, but have the charge which can be shown in the form of the formal charge. So first you write down the electronic dot structure or Lewis dot structure of ozone. This is and this is the electronic dot structure of the ozone. You will see here 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 this oxygen and this oxygen 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. So we are indicating for the calculations of formal charge on each atom as 1, 2, 3. This is taking first oxygen, second oxygen and third oxygen. Formula is formal charge is equal to number of valence electron minus number of lone pair of electron minus half into shear pair of electron. So first formal charge on oxygen number first on first oxygen. So F is equal to number of valence electron. You know that What is the valence electron, number of valence electron in the oxygen? Atomic number is 8, 2 and 6. So total 6 electron present in the valence shell of oxygen atom. So this is 6. Minus number of non-bonding electron. You will see at this oxygen, this is the first oxygen we are taking. So there are 2 here and 2 here. Total non-bonded electron is 4 electron present. Is it clear? This is a non-bonding electron and this is bonding electron. The electron which is participate in the bond formation is called the bonding pair of electron. And the electron which is not participate in the bond formation, present as a lone pair of electron on the atom, is called the lone pair of electron or the non-bonded electron. So how many non-bonded electron at this oxygen? 2 and 2, 4. So this is 4. Now lone pair of electron. Now minus half into share pair of electron. How many electrons share here? 2. Now this is 2 and 2, 4 electrons share to each other. With this oxygen and this oxygen, how many electrons share to each other? This is 4 electrons. So half into 4. So this is 2 to is 4 simply, and minus 4 and minus 2. This is minus 6 and 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. So there is no charge passage at the oxygen number first. It is neutral, having no charge. You will see here, there is no charge passage at this oxygen atom. This is 0. Now you are coming at the oxygen number second. Formal charge on second oxygen. This is F is equal to number of valence electron is same because it is also oxygen, 6, minus number of lone pair of electron. So one lone pair of electron means how many electron passes? 2 electron. So 2 minus half into how many electrons shared here? 2 to is 4 to this oxygen and 2 electron to this oxygen. So how many total electrons shared to this? This is 6. So you can calculate 2. What would be number? 2 3 is 6, minus 3 and minus 2. This is minus 5 and plus 6. So what would be number? This is plus 1. So this oxygen having plus 1 charge, but it is not appear at this number, at this oxygen. But charge is present. So this charge is called the formal charge. At this oxygen you have to calculate plus 1. This is number of shared valence electron is 6. Number of lone pair of electron, this is 2, minus 2. Number of bonded electron, this oxygen bonded to 2 to 4 to this oxygen and 2 from this oxygen. Total 6 oxygen. So 2 3 is 6, minus 3 and minus 2, minus 5 and plus 6. 6 plus 6 minus 5 is equal to plus 1. So plus 1 charge passes at this oxygen. Now formal charge on third oxygen. This is at this oxygen. Formal charge is equal to valence electron is same 6 minus number of non-bonded electron or lone pair of electron. How many electron? 2 to 4 to 6. 6 minus half into how many bonded electron? Only 2 electron bonded. So into 2. So 2 1 is 2, 1, minus 1 and minus 6, minus 7 and plus 6. This is 2 2, minus 1, minus 6, minus 7 and plus 6. So this is minus 1. So at this oxygen having the minus 1 charge, at this oxygen having the plus 1 charge. But it is not appear at this molecule. Charge is positive but it is not appear. This charge is called the formal charge. And calculated as the number of valence electron in the free state of the atom minus number of non-bonded electron or lone pair of electron minus half into number of shared electron, means bonding electron, to calculate the number of the formal charge. Another question, calculate write the formal charge on atom in carbonate ion of the CO3 minus. Now calculate now the formal charge on each atom in carbonate ion. Calculate formal charge on each atom in carbonate ion 2 minus. So first of all, we will write the electronic dot structure or Lewis structure of carbonate. How the formations of carbonate? This is carbon having 4 electrons. 2 electrons shared to this oxygen. Oxygen having the 6 electron. This is 2. Now the 2 electron 1 and 2. This is bond structure. CO3 2 minus charge. So obviously clear that at the 2 oxygen having more than 6 electron, 1 electron is greater. The 1 electron is greater or more electron in the oxygen atom. So total number is 7. So 7, 1 electrons share from here 1, 2 to 4 and to 6, 7, 2 to 4 to 6 and 7. So you can write here in this way. This carbon bonded to oxygen. This is 2 lone pair of electron to the oxygen. This is 2 to 4 and to 6 electron. And this oxygen 2 to 4 and to 6 electron. In this way. Now calculate the formal charge. Write in this way. You don't know on which atom the 2 negative charge is present. How do you calculate? Here the Lewis dot structure in the bond form. The structure is given. So calculate the formal charge. This is formal charge on the carbon atom. First we are calculating this carbon. So calculate the formal charge. This is formal charge is equal to number of valence electron. How many number of electron in the carbon atom? This is 6 atomic number. So obviously clear that 4 electron present in the outermost shells of carbon. So this is 4. There is no lone pair of electron. You will see here carbon having no lone pair of electron. So minus 0. Minus half into how many bonding pair of electron? This is 2 electron pair. 2 to 4 to 6 and 2 8. Total 8 electron shared by this. So this is 8. So 2 4 ja 8 plus 4 and minus 4. This is plus 4 and the minus 4. What would be? Equal to 0. There is 0. There is no charge at this carbon atoms. Is it clear? But there are 2 negative charge. On which atom having the 2 negative charge? Now we are coming here. The next formal charge on the single bonded oxygen atom. This and this. We are taking 1. This is 2 and this is third oxygen. Single bonded oxygen atom. Formal charge on single bonded atom. Single bond oxygen atom. This is we are taking first this. So formal charge is equal to number of valence electron. You know that how many valence electron in oxygen atom? 6. Minus number of lone pair of electron 2 to 4 to 6. Minus half into total number of bonding electron. This is 2. So 2 cancel, minus 1 and minus 6, minus 7 and plus 6. This is minus 1 charge present at this oxygen. Second oxygen we are taking. Formal charge on the second oxygen in the same manner. Total number of valence electron is 6 minus number of lone pair of electron 2 to 4 to 6 minus half into number of bonded electron. This is 2. So this is 2. 2 to cancel. Minus 1 minus 6 minus 7 and plus 6. This is also having minus 1 charge at this oxygen. So this minus 1 appear as a 2 minus charge here. And this oxygen, formal charge on double bond oxygen. Double bond oxygen atom. So formal charge is equal to number of valence electron is 6 minus number of bond lone pair electron 4 minus half into number of bond electron. This is also 4. So 2 2 is 4 minus 4 and minus 2 6 and plus 6 is equal to 0. So there is no charge present at this oxygen atom. So you can calculate the charge present at the atom in a polyatomic ions are the molecules, and this charge is known as the formal charge. Now we'll discuss about the limitations of the octet rule, as well as you can say this is the limitations in the case of the octet rule which was made by the made by the Cosell and Lewis. So next topic will be discussed about the limitations of octet rule. This is limitations of octet rule. Octet rule. So most of the atom in a molecule achieve the octet structure, but the some exceptional property is also known which does not follow the octet rule. Either it has the less number of 8 electron or expanded form of electron found. So we will discuss about the limitations of octet rule. First one, the incomplete octet of the central atoms. Incomplete octet of central atom. Central atoms. So in case of the second period of element in periodic table, like the lithium, beryllium, boron, just like LiCl, NaCl, this is BeCl2, BF3, AlCl3, these compound or molecule have incomplete octet structure. Just like in case of BF3, this is boron having 3 electrons in the outermost shells. This is 2 to 4 to 6 electrons. Beryllium having only the 4 electrons. This is 2 and 2, 4 electrons. So these molecules, actually Cosell state out that, or Lewis state out that every element try to maintain their octet structure, but some element also found which have not the 8 electron but can exist in the exist as a compound or molecules, just like AlCl3, BeCl2, LiCl, etc. These group of element, second period of element does not have the 8 electron in their outermost shells after the bonding as equivalently. So just like here, LiCl you have to see, LiCl, BS2 you can take as a BCl2 or BS2, AlF3 or BCl3, etc. You can see there is no 8 electron in the outermost shells. Just like in case of BS2, another example, beryllium having the 2 electron in the outermost shells and hydrogen having also 1 electron. So you can count here, this is 2, this is 2. Now beryllium having only the 2 and 2, 4 electron. It does not follow the octet rule but exists. So this is also the limitations or the drawback you can say of the Lewis structure or Cosell structure. Another drawback is odd number of molecules, odd electron molecules. Second drawback, just like odd electron molecules. Odd electron molecules. Odd electron means there is no 8 electron, less than 8 electron, and their number is not in even odd number. Just like in case of nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide, nitrite, NO, NO2, etc. These nitrogen have no 8 electron in their outermost shells after the bonding. Means they are also they do not follow the octet rule. Just like in case of nitrogen, you know that how many electrons present in the outermost shells of nitrogen? How would you write the electronic structure? Just like nitrogen having valence shell 5 electron and oxygen having the 6 electron, total 11 electron. Be clear? So first write the skeleton structure and form a bond between the nitrogen and oxygen. So out of 11, this is 5 lone pair and 1 extra electron. This is in this manner. So out of 5, 1 lone pair is bonded to the nitrogen and oxygen. Now first you complete the octet structure of oxygen. This is 2 to 4 and to 6. This is 2 to 4 to 6 and this 8 electron. So 1 lone pair, 2 lone pair, 3 lone pair and 4 lone pair of electron have been 4 lone pair of electron already engaged out of 5 lone pair of electron. and one lone pair of now oxygen completed 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. Now this nitrogen having the one lone pair of electron, and another one electron also positive at this nitrogen. So you will see in this case oxygen having the 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, but nitrogen having how many electron in the case of the nitrogen, and how will you show? So nitrogen, in case of the formations of the achieve the octet structure, this lone pair also share to the nitrogen atom to achieve the stable structure. So this is formations of nitrogen. Whenever the non-bonded electron present at the another atom is tried to multiply to become the stable structure as a octet structure for the other atoms. So just like here, already a lone pair of electron, another lone pair is also shared to this nitrogen, and now oxygen having the 2 and 2 4 electron. So you will see here 2 to 4 to 6 and 2 8 electron. Now this nitrogen having the already 2 and 1 electron. So count the total number of electron at oxygen and nitrogen, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 electron, but nitrogen having 2 to 4 to 6 and 1, 7 electron present at this nitrogen atom. Means after bonding there are 7 electron present at the nitrogen atom, not the 8 electron. Means it also so the deviations to the octet rule. It does not follow the octet rule. So it is also the limitations of the, or you can say drawback of the Lewis structure or the Poisson structures. Another, the expand octet rule. Third is the expand octet rule. Expand means more than 8 electron present in the outermost cells of an atom after the covalent bond. So this is the expanded octet rule. Third, expanded octet rule means some molecule having the atom having more than 8 electron in their outermost cells. And Coulson-Lewis approach was every element try to maintain their stable structure by gaining 8 electron by the sharing or the by loss or gain of electron. Just like in case of the PF5, SF5, PF5, SF5, S2SO4, you can say this is S2SO4. This group of element, the central atom have greater than 8 electron in the outermost cell. Just like phosphorus. We know that phosphorus, their outermost cells, nitrogen and phosphorus, same group of element. Phosphorus atomic number 15, 2, 8, 10 and 5. It means outermost having the 5 electron. So 5 electron nitrogen, this is in this way, 1, 2, this is 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the 5 electron, outermost electron of the phosphorus. And fluorine having the 7 electron in the outermost cells. So 1 electrons they are fluorine to this. 2 to 4 to 6 and 1 7 electron. Another 2 to 4 to 6 and 7 and 1 electron share here. Another fluorine share here 2 to 4 to 6 and 1 7. This is another 2 to 4 to 6 and 1 7 electron. Another fluorine 2 to 4 and to 6 and 1 electron share here. So you will see in the case of the fluorine, this is 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. Another fluorine, this is 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. This fluorine, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. This fluorine, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. This fluorine also is 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. But phosphorus, you will see in case of phosphorus, the total number of electrons, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10. And what would be the number of electron in the valence shell? This is 8 electron. Now phosphorus having the 10 electron in the PF5. Similarly, sulfur having also greater number than the octet structure. This sulfur also having the sulfur having the 12 electron. One lone pair, and this is the 5 paired electron. 5 to the 10 and 1 lone pair. This is 12 electron in the case of the sulfur. This phosphorus having the 10 electron, and this sulfur having also the 12 number of electron at this sulfur atom. So what is showing this? these element in these molecule does not follow the octet rule. It means Coastal-Lewis approaches have the some limitation, but it give the clue for the formations of the bond between the two atom in a molecule, but the drawback or the limitation is given. Another drawback is that it was based on the inertness of the inert gas structure electronic configuration, but it was found that the some element like the krypton and xenon give the reactions with the more electronegative atom of oxygen and fluorine. Just like xenon dioxide, xenon difluoride, and krypton also form the molecules in the form of KrF2. So whenever the rule is made on the basis that element already after that give the reactions, means the inertness is lost. Inert gas also give the reaction, and the basis for formations of bond of Lewis and Coastal-Lewis was the inert gas structure. So this is also the drawback. This model of the formations of bond also does not give what would be the shape of molecule after the bonding. Means this model could not predict about the shape of the molecules. After the formations of covalent bond, what would be the shape of molecule is not clarified by the Coastal-Lewis approaches. Another thing, it also silent about the stability and the energy of the molecules. It does not show stability. This molecule is stable or not stable after the formations of bond, could not explain. So these are the some drawback of the Coastal-Lewis structure, that is the incomplete the octet structure, odd number of electron, expanded form of electron, and the reaction given by the inert gases like the krypton and xenon does not show the shape of the molecule, as well as it is silent about the energy and the stability of the molecules. So these are the drawback. After that, the number of concepts have been given, number of postulations have been given for the formations of bond. Later we will discuss in the next video. So try to understand and also practice to write the dot structure, because if you have knowledge about the electronic dot structure, it is very helpful to read other part of the chemistry. Is it clear? Thank you.